What's up, cereal heads? Today we're going to talk about some retired cereal mascots. Now, there are more mascots in the cereal graveyard than current active ones, so it would be impossible for me to talk about all of them. Okay, so the first mascot I want to discuss is so out of touch and racist it's kind of hard to believe he existed. I'm talking, of course, about So High, the mascot for Sugar Rice Crinkles. So High was introduced in the early 60s. Now, supposedly his name came about because he was small. In other words, he was only so high. But today, So High would bring other thoughts to mind, and coupled with an Asian mascot would be no less offensive. Voiced by Robert McFadden, he spoke in an offensive accent and banged a gong just to reinforce that he's Asian. Here, take a look.
Ouch! Ooh, so I catch fast one. Now from Poe's Rice Crinkles, you catch this one.
So High was replaced by a clown as the mascot in the late 60s or early 70s, and I think Post would just like to pretend he never existed. Next up is another Post creation, Linus the Lionhearted. Linus was first introduced in 1959 as the mascot for Heart of Oats cereal. A few years later, they moved Linus over to another cereal, Crispy Critters. This was essentially the same cereal, just frosted and in the shapes of animals.
Get Post Crispy Critters,
the one and only cereal that comes in the shape of animals.
Now, Linus was so popular that in 1964, they created a half-hour cartoon show with him. This cartoon featured other Post characters, including Sugar Bear, Lovable Truly, Roy Raccoon, and yep, that little racist mascot from before, So High. Unfortunately, the rerun stopped in 1969 when the FCC made a ruling forbidding children's show characters from appearing on ads on the same program. But Linus stuck around until the cereal was discontinued in 1982. In fact, Linus still had a balloon in the Macy's Day Parade up until 1984, when he was long gone as a relevant cereal mascot. They reintroduced Crispy Critter cereal in the late 80s with a new mascot named Crispy, but this time it was short-lived. Now, Kellogg's had some great mascots that aren't with us anymore, including the Blue New, here from Combo Cereal. A New, GNU, is another name for wildebeest. This blue one promoted Combo Cereal in the late 60s for Kellogg's. The Blue New didn't last very long at all, but he's a quality mascot that is very often overlooked. My favorite Kellogg's mascot, though, is from a cereal called Big Mix. This was released in 1990. Now, as you can see, this mascot is a combination of a chicken, a moose, a wolf, and a pig. Inspired by the cereal, which is a combination of a bunch of breakfast favorites. Rolled oats, toasted flakes of rice, corn, and whole wheat. They even have an entire backstory of the legend of Big Mix, the chicken, wolf, moose, pig of the Yakima Valley.
He's Big Mix. Now Kellogg's introduces Big Mix cereal.
The cereal itself wasn't my favorite, which is probably why it was discontinued only after like a year. But I wish the mascot would make a return. Anyway, thanks for watching. Until next time, stay crunchy.
Ah, so.
Cereal time.